Y'all, Sheree here. I'm at one of my favorite local nurseries. And one thing I'm thinking about adding to the front of the property are crabapple trees. We lost some ash trees in the front to the ash. It was like an ash beetle. And so I'm thinking about replacing them with some crab apples. They have some varieties that supposedly are pleasant tasting. And I know that my understanding is that they can help with pollination of apple trees. So, and they're just pretty. I love the blooms. One thing I'm going to ask them before I take these home with me is, will the deer damage them severely? Though these are tall enough, I don't know. I got to think about the right location. Because the area where we lost the ash is an area where the deer can reach. So maybe I will have to protect it. But I'm going to do a little bit more research and come back. They have so many beautiful trees. They have a lot of different fruit trees. I got some of my fruit trees from here 2 years ago. But they have so many beautiful fruit trees. And what I love is that they grow them out here. So we know that they are, climatized. And all up and down this road, these are just apples. They have so many varieties that you can't find at the big box store. This is a beautiful service berry also. Though I've already bought 3 service berries. And then this is a gorgeous shrub. So I love the color so much. This is called the Amber Jubilee 9 bark. What a stunner. But I'm not ready to get shrubs just yet. I'm filling in with as much edible stuff as I can first. This was an interesting apple that I had never heard of, the Freedom apple. Here's what it says about the Freedom apple. So yeah, I've never heard of that before, but the trees are beautiful. And this is another variety also that I have not seen before. It's called the Frostbite. Look at this beauty. And their trees, when I bought mine, they explained their trees are usually, already several years old. And you do get a full year's warranty on them. And when they sell them, they are meant to be producing and bearing fruit. As you can see, all their trees are loaded with blossoms. Look at these beauties. This is the Ann Magnolia. Spectacular. Okay, friends, so I hope you enjoyed that little peek at one of my favorite local nurseries. Now, it's been a few days. They've just been sitting on the screen porch, but I'm going to move these up to my hillside garden. I'm not quite ready to plant these because I'm still building the foundation of this new berry section that's going to be up in the hillside garden. And so, but I did want to just show you a close-up of what I actually brought home with me. So let's have a quick peek. I did go ahead and pick up that one last Josta berry that they had, and I can see that it has actually looks like it started setting some blooms. Can't remember if it was like this the day that I got it or not, but I'm definitely going to be pulling out my tree book tonight. I'm going to start really reading up on how to propagate all these berry shrubs that I picked up, because maybe I'll go ahead and start propagating them before I even transplant them, since I am waiting for the area to get prepared. That's still on the honey-do list. And then I brought home 2 packs of these golden raspberries. They're called the Fall Gold Raspberry. It says on the tag that it's a golden yellow extra large berry, produces in large clusters, should be able to harvest July through August. They'll get 3 to 4 feet tall, 3 to 4 feet wide, full sun, and these are for zones 4 through 8. So if these are anything like my raspberries that I've been growing, I think these are going to spread and propagate really easily and nicely. And again, like this looks like these look like separate shoots. So what I might go ahead and do over the next week is already divide these up and split them out so that I can spread them out when I plant them to have more. I went on and got another honeyberry. I got some from them 2 years ago that are doing great, and actually they're blooming right now. I'll share them maybe next week. This variety is called the Yes Berry Solo Honeyberry. Again, you can see it's starting to set its blossoms. The ones that I have, I can't remember the variety, but they have yellow blooms on them right now. I grabbed 2 of those grapes. These are called the Marquette grape. So I got 2 of those. And actually, no, it looks like I got 2 different varieties. Oops. Well, that's okay. I'll be back down there to pick up some more stuff after Mother's Day. I have some flowers that I like to get from them. And so it looks like this one is a Saint Teresa and this one is a Marquette. So I thought I only saw one sign, so I thought they were all the same. But you can see here, they already have their little fruit sets on them. So this plant here, this is that black currant, the consort black currant. And again, it is filled with blooms. So I'm excited to see if I can save this harvest. And then the final new addition is the hazelnut. I went on and got 1 American hazelnut, Filbert. And I think what I'm going to do, again, I'm going to study in my book, but I think that I might be able to separate these out and maybe have 2 separate trees. We'll see. Or maybe I'll propagate up higher. Definitely want to figure out how to propagate this so I can have more without buying more trees. So, and again, it's mainly for me to have a backup in case something, you know, happens to this one. All right, so I'm going to get these up in the hillside garden under protection with a bunch of the other things that I transplanted, and they'll just stay there until I get the area ready that they're going to get transplanted into.